Greetings and welcome to Nathan Lyle Official. If you've never seen my face in the video before, my name is Nathan Lyle. This is my personal channel where I do vlogs, reviews, and anything else that happens to catch my fancy. Today, I just decided, I honestly didn't go as in-depth as I wanted to in the last video I uploaded about my job, and not specifically the job I'm at now, but just in general what it's like working customer service, especially for someone who doesn't actually enjoy people. I am an introverted misanthrope. And if you don't know what that means, well, an introvert is someone who doesn't... There are different definitions you can find, but basically I don't necessarily enjoy, interacting, being socializing and stuff like that. And a misanthrope, basically, I just hate all of humanity. So to begin with, I don't really like interacting with people in general, but then on top of that, even the few rare occasions that I don't mind spending time with people, I'm still very specific about which people I can actually tolerate spending that time with. And so you can imagine how easily my social battery gets drained. It's very quick because, you spend day after day after day for years being surrounded by people. And one of my favorite quotes is, "The world is not full of idiots, but they are strategically placed so you run into some every single day." And it is ridiculous the level of stupidity that some humans are capable of sinking to. And also, I know it's kind of dark, but I feel like you don't come here for my face. I feel like you tolerate my face because, the face is part of the package. But I don't think anyone comes here specifically to see my face. I mean, it's not like any of you are sitting there watching this on mute. I'm playing Raid. This game is shockingly addicting. But anyways. Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah, it's really, really difficult. And the best thing though about my life right now, I currently have a job where we are not required to kiss ass. And that's the difference between corporate and small stores, because corporate, they care enough about their reputation that they require all of their employees to kiss ass. And I'm not saying that, other stores won't do that, but it's definitely more prevalent in the corporate world. And I'm thankful enough that I found a store where, we prefer to be nice to people, but we are not required to tolerate bullshit. And that makes a huge difference. It really does. So you come into our store, we'll usually greet you with a friendly hello. Sometimes it depends, because honestly, sometimes I don't bother saying hello. Sometimes I just feel too damn drained. I can't be bothered with this shit. I'm sorry. I just don't have it in me to be friendly right now. And that's not inherently your fault, but listen, there are a lot of people in this world who you can tell they've never worked retail once in their life. It's very obvious. And to them, I just have to say, first of all, one question I've gotten quite frequently, people have asked many times, if you don't like people, why do you have a job where you talk to people? Bitch, check your privilege. It's this is the job that hired me. That's why I fucking have it. We don't always get a choice. Some people do. Good for them. But a lot of us, legitimately, I'm here because I have no other options. They're the ones who hired me. The choice was between working here and being homeless because I got bills to pay and they're the only ones offering. And the fact that there are some people who can't understand that simple thing, it's like, hashtag blessed. You have no idea how great of a life you have. Ugh. But, I'm not even, like I said, I try my best. And also I do feel bad sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes I do feel bad because there are people that I'm mean to, not even because they deserve it, but because, hey, the person before you was enough of a jackass that they just completely drained every last bit of social battery that I have left. So, yeah, you're getting shit on because there was an asshole before you who used the last bit of my patience. So, fuck, apologies. I'm sorry. It's just that's how it works sometimes. Should it work that way? No. But that is life. That is what happens. Sometimes, the person before you was enough of a jackass that they pissed off, that they pissed. It's like, sometimes you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and even though you treat them well, the ghost of their ex who treated them like shit is hanging around. It's a very human thing, It's just, it's, I can't always be in a good mood. Sorry. If you've ever, sometimes we have bad days. It's not like we're going out of our way to always be jackasses. At least I'm not. Some people do. I don't. But some days I admit it. I am a jackass. And it's because, there's a lot going on. I'm only human after all. I've got my work life. I've got, sometimes I'll be in a better mood just because, hey, I'm not working with that one jackass that we all hate. But there are definitely days where, you know, I'm in a bad mood because, hey, my personal life isn't going well. My home life, isn't going well. Work isn't going well. I've got jackass coworkers I can't fucking stand. There's a lot of different things that can impact my ability to actually be nice to people. So yeah, sometimes you just gotta if you have someone being rude to you, you just gotta understand it's not personal. They're just having a day. Life happens, and it's not really our responsibility to be your source of happiness. I know there's a lot of people who go into a store, they're like, oh, I can't wait to have a friendly conversation. But those days are gone. It's not the 1950s anymore. Like, a lot of people are like, they get mad at us for shit. And I'm like, that's not my problem, bro. Like, legitimately, I'm not here to make you happy. My main responsibility at this specific point in time is to make sure that you don't steal. Like, that's my primary job function. I'm here to make sure you don't steal from us. Like I said, it depends because there are some places where, because like I used to work at CVS, and they definitely encourage you to go out of your way to make sure, to guarantee that the customer leaves as happy as possible. Thank God I don't have to do that bullshit anymore because that shit eats away at your soul. I work at a place now where it's like customers will sometimes be like, hey, can you help me get that? And we're like, nah. Like, it depends on the person. But like, we don't have to. And sometimes when you don't have to, you ain't gonna. you know? Mm, I'm just, like I said, sometimes it depends on the day and the people we're dealing with, and also what they're asking. Because sometimes they're like, can you get this thing for us? And maybe we will, maybe we won't. Sometimes it's like, oh, that's actually why we have this little object here, so you can pull things off the top shelf, so that because we can't, we got other shit to do. We can't just be standing here doing shit for you. We have a bin, the bargain bin, where literally we just toss shit in there. We don't know what's in there half the time. We just toss shit in there. And people have come up to us and been like, hey, can you help me find this thing? And we're like, no. They're like, why not? It's like, you're getting it cheap because you have to dig. So if you make us dig, we're going to make you pay full price, okay? We'll charge you $30 for that shirt if you want that shirt. But if you make us grab it for you, we're going to charge you 30. Like, that's literally the whole point. We give it to you cheap because you're doing the extra work. They're like, and there are different places because, like, that's one thing I love about this place. If it's not on the shelf, we don't have it. Do we have a back room? Yes. Are we going to go look for it? No. We restock once a day when we feel like restocking. And so, yeah, if it's not there when you need it, oh well. Too bad. Like at CVS, legitimately, they encourage you to be like, oh, I'd like a water that's a single bottle of water that's warm. I'm a person that's like, put it under your armpit. Fuck, it's gonna warm up soon enough. Especially when they do that shit like, oh, it's the middle of summer. Go ahead, you can get an ice cold bottle 20 minutes later. It will be warm, okay? But they're like, we want it room temperature. And they'll be like, okay, let me go to the back room and grab one single room temperature bottle for your ass. But over there, we're like, hey, man, you got what you got. You want it warm? Stick it under your armpits. It'll be warm in no time. And I'm thankful for that. And like I said, I try not to be an asshole, but there are times where I've come very close to punching people. Multiple times. I don't. I haven't thrown a punch since I was a teenager. Well, that's not true. I've thrown a punch, but not at another human being. I have not hit another human being since I was a teenager. There have been many times when I've wanted to. But I don't. I don't feel like jail time, okay? So, yeah, because like, I can think of a few examples. Like one happened today. Some jackass decides, hey, like, because we have restrooms. We have public restrooms. We don't care who uses them. But we close them an hour before we close the store so that we have time, first of all, to clean it. And also, because, hey, we don't want people hiding in there while we're trying to lock the doors and get everyone the fuck out. Because shit happens, okay? And so, unfortunately, people don't respect locked doors. Because we've had that happen where we lock the door, someone unlocks it, pisses all over the fucking seat, and then just walks out. Like, motherfucker, you're about to end up in the river, okay? Got to pick your ass up and throw you in that fucking river. I ought to make you lick that toilet seat clean. Go fuck yourself. Because we went in there, we cleaned it, we locked the door, you pick the lock, and then you piss on the fucking seat? What the fuck is wrong with you? Jeez, some people just, the audacity, the fucking audacity. What happened today, there was an older, like, middle-aged Indian man. And I do mean Indian as in, like, from India. We get a lot of those. It's a tourist location, okay? So an Indian man, I block off the restrooms because we do that sometimes. The lock isn't enough to stop people, so we'll barricade the doors. Sometimes it's like, okay, we'll put a lock. We'll take the toilet paper out of the restroom, lock the door, barricade it, put a wet floor sign and a what's it called, the out of order sign, and people will still come up to us at the register, be like, hey, there's no toilet paper in the restroom. Can we get one? Motherfucker, we took the toilet paper out specifically to discourage people from using it. Also, you ignored all this other fucking shit that we literally put in there. Okay, we'll put a big-ass fucking display in front of it, and they'll just move it out of the way. Motherfucker, something that big does not go there on accident. We put it there specifically to stop you from going to the door. No, I block the door, and some motherfucker just moves the shit out of the way. Like, I block the door, and I'm walking away because the lock is broken on the men's room. It still works on the women's room, but like I said, people pick locks, so even if the lock works, we'll still block the door. I block the door. I walk away. As I'm walking away, I hear the door close, and I'm like, what? Oh, the light is on in the restroom. Someone's in there. So I block the door back again, and I'm cleaning up around the area because the store's a mess. I wait for him to leave, and he's like, oh, the doors are all blocked up. I'm like, yeah, the restroom's closed for the night, motherfucker. And he's like, you're not supposed to block it while people are in there. Motherfucker, that shit was there before you went in. You had to move it out of the way to get to the fucking door, asshole. Like, legitimately. I was ready to pop him. And then he's over here trying to be like, hey, you don't gotta be so rude, buddy. And I'm like, you don't have to be a dumbass. Get the fuck out. Go fuck yourself. Leave. That's one thing I do love. It's not the same with every single person, but we have one manager that we love for the mere fact that she backs us up. It doesn't matter if we are wrong. She backs us up. You know, if we are arguing with the customer, she just runs over and she's like, hey, get the fuck out of my store. You don't talk to my employees like that. Get the fuck out of my store. And then after they leave, she'll be like, so what happened? What's going on? and we love that. Like, legitimately, one of our favorite managers, especially on busy nights, she's the one you want to work with. She does not tolerate bullshit from anyone. There's a viral video that popped up where it's like, there's this one crazy bitch at like a Pizza Hut. She's complaining like, oh, my order is late. I've been waiting forever. And then she's like, I want my money back and my pizza. And the lady's being calm. She's like, you can have one or the other. You're not getting both. She knocks shit over. And this lady comes running off in the back like, oh, I'm about to beat her ass. We showed that to our manager and we're like, that's you. And she's like, yeah, that is me. Because like literally that exact thing has happened a few times. Oh, like the people don't respect rules, and people actually applaud me for how easily I can be an asshole, and I'm like, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm just following the rules. I was raised in a very authoritarian regime. Okay, I come from a military family, and I was raised like, hey, rules are rules, and honestly, there's a lot of I'm a firm believer of justice. I feel like if you break the rules, you should be punished. Because I broke a lot of rules, and I got punished every single fucking time. Okay, I got scars on my back to prove it. I got my ass whooped up and down all throughout my childhood. I still don't follow every rule, but I pick and choose which rules are worth following and which rules aren't. And a lot of these other people, they'll see other people being told this is the rule, and they're like, well, that's the rule for them, but not for me. And that's the part that really pisses me off. Like, there are times when, like, oh, we won't have a till in the cash register, and we'll tell people, hey, if you're paying card, I can help you, but I can't take cash. And they'll be like, okay, I'll pay card, and they'll walk up. And I'll be like, because there are times when I'll double tap. I'll be like, hey, just making sure you know, I can only accept card. I can't accept cash here. And they're like, yeah, we get it. Okay. And then I'll ring them up, and they'll see the total, and they'll be like, okay, and they'll start pulling out cash. And I'm like, I cannot take cash here. He's like, oh, yeah, but I decided with that price, I'll go ahead and use some of my cash. I'm like, I cannot take cash here. I do not have money in the register. I cannot give you any change back. And he's like, well, you better give me change back. It's illegal for you not to give me back. And I'm like, you have two options. Either you pay with card or you go to a different register. And they're like, but I want to pay cash. And then I'll just cancel the thing and like, here you go. You can go over there. Why can't you just I fucking told you before you even fucking walked up to the fucking register, you fucking asshole. Jesus fucking Christ. And here's the fun part. The funniest part, because there have been multiple times where I'll have an argument with the customer, and another customer behind them will hear me have that argument with them. And then they'll walk up, and I'll still politely tell them, are you paying card, ma'am? She'll be like, yes. I'm like, okay. And then ring them up, like, okay, 1946. She's like, oh, is it okay if I pay cash? And I'm like, delete. You can go over there. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Like, no, we're not dealing with this crap. That motherfucker before you used the last bit of patience I have left. So fuck all of you for the rest of the night. I'm sorry, you're probably a nice person. Maybe you don't deserve to be yelled at, but fuck you. And then, like when we have carts that go outside, but we have to bring them into the store at the end of the night. And that's always fun because there are times when like we will block off this section of the store because we got to bring our stuff in, and it's dangerous for people to be walking in and out while we're trying to bring these huge carts in. We can't always see past them. We can hit somebody. We might run over your kid because we just don't fucking see them. So we will block it off, and they will move the barricade and try to come through. And then we have to yell at them, no, you can't come this way. That's why we put this fucking thing in the fucking way, you dumbass. Like, there was one time when I got in a fight with an entire family because one family's trying to come through while we're bringing our shit in. And I'm like, you cannot come this way. Turn back around and go the way you came. And they did. They turned around, they left. But then as they're going back the other way, another family's trying to squeeze past them. And at that point, I've had enough. I'm like, back, 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 back. They're like, we're just trying to go back, back, back. They're like, okay, geez, calm down. And then we finish closing up. We lock off that side. Everything's good. And then I go back to help with the register because we got a line. And they happen to be there. And I guess I reached my wits' end because I couldn't help myself. I'm just like, I don't understand why you see this other family going back after we yelled at them to go back. And you're like, well, we can go through then. That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. And they're like, you don't have to be so rude. And I'm like, you don't have to be such a dumbass. Yet, here you are. And they ended up being like, well, we're not buying anything. I'm like, have a nice night. Bye. That's the good thing. Our boss, I love our boss for the mate because to some degree we only have to put up with so much. That's what I like. We have a small store with like 10 total employees. That's it. And to some degree, yeah. After a certain amount, we just stop giving a fuck. So, if you ever do visit, come in early. Because if you come in at the end of the night, you're getting us at our worst. You're getting us after we've already been dealing with this bullshit for hours. Especially because I've worked 9 or 10 hour shifts. You don't want to catch me in the 10th hour of a shift when I've already worked 7 days in a row dealing with all of these assholes and all of their bullshit. Like the other day, we're trying to move our carts. People are hanging around. We're trying to just warn them for their own sake. Hey, you need to move off of this path because we're bringing our shit through here. And if you don't move, we're going to end up hitting you. And they don't want to move. So we're like, okay, we'll bring our shit through. And then, they see these big-ass carts rolling through. They're like, fuck, run. Hey, you almost hit us. Yeah, we did. We fucking warned you what was going to happen. You didn't want to listen. That's on you. One guy, drunk motherfucker, tried to fight me, and it's because I put my hands on his mom. She's leaning on the carts we have to move. Now, by this point, we've already told this specific family like 5 fucking times, you're in the fucking way. And now, literally, you're leaning on the thing that we have to move. And I just gently, just tap my hand on his shoulder, just to get her attention. Excuse me, ma'am, I need you to just move out of the way. We need to move this thing that you are currently leaning on. And he's like, hey, don't you put your hands on her. He's like, no, actually, no. First he was like, hey, use your words. And I'm like, I did, sir. He's like, you didn't have to put your hands on her. And at that point in time, I had to walk away, tell one of my other employees to, get it. Because, hey, the next words out of my mouth were going to be, I'm about to put my hands on you, motherfucker. If you had listened to us the first 5 fucking times that we told you to get the fuck out of the way, we wouldn't be in this fucking situation in the first fucking place. You know, sometimes you just need. It's. I don't love my job, but I've definitely had worse jobs. The best thing about my current job is that once again, there's only so much you can be expected to tolerate as a human being. And depending on who's having the bad day, we end up having to take turns calming each other down sometimes. Yeah, retail sucks, but it's where I'm at right now. That's the life we live in. And I wish me luck.